Nigeria, listen. God is taking us to the promised land. Whether you believe it or not, God is taking us to the promised land. But the question here is, are you going to be part of the people that are going to enter the promised land? Are you part of the people that are going to enter into a new Nigeria? Are you part? Are you part? Don't let negativity, don't let the devil rob you of that. Hi, it's Happy here, and you're welcome to my space. I want to welcome all new subscribers and all returning subscribers. You all mean a lot to me. You all mean a lot to me, and I'm so grateful that God is using this platform to help each and every one of us. I'm really, really grateful. I know that before the election, we were all fired up. We all had hopes. We were positive. We were speaking positively. We were acting positively. We were doing a lot. We were in high spirits and all of that. And then after the election, the accounting, and it's just not adding up. A lot is happening, and we're beginning to lose sight. We're beginning to lose hope. We're beginning to lose faith. I just felt to come up here and come up to this space and just encourage us, because this is not the time to lose faith in God. This is not the time to start speaking all manner of faithless things about God. This is not the time to blaspheme God. This is not the time to do memes with the name of God. This is not the time. This is not the time. Nigeria, this is not the time. This is not the time to lose hope. This is not the time to lose faith. This is not the time to blaspheme the name of God. This is not the time to. This is just not the time. And so what should we be doing in this season? What should we be doing in this season? This season reminds me of the story of Moses and the Israelites. It reminds me so much of the story of Moses and the Israelites. God sent Moses to Israel, and I'm sure Moses went there with good news and meeting the leaders of Israel, and he was telling them, this is what the Lord says. The Lord says he's delivering us. The Lord says he's bringing us out of captivity. The Lord says this, the Lord says that, and tomorrow morning I'm going to meet Pharaoh, and hopefully, willingly, he's going to let us go. And then Moses and Aaron goes to Pharaoh's palace the next day. They perform miracles, and then they talk to Pharaoh, and then they leave. Pharaoh doesn't agree, and they leave. And then after they're back, Pharaoh tells the taskmaster to increase the labor of the Israelites, to not give them bricks anymore, to tell them to make the bricks for themselves, to increase the beating, to increase every single evil thing they were doing. And I'm sure the Israelites were like, what is this? What is going on? We just received a message of hope. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? And I feel strongly in my spirit that everything that is happening in the country now is God's own way of telling us to stand firm and see his salvation, I know that months from now, just give it time. God is going to prove himself. And so I don't want us to start saying negative things. I don't want us to lose hope. I don't want us to lose faith. Don't lose faith. You've listened to prophecies, you've listened to declarations, you've seen endorsements, you've seen that this man that is coming is meant for Nigeria. Then what do you do about it? You make positive declarations. You don't lose faith. You keep praying. You keep interceding. This is not the time to fast out. This is not the time to get tired. This is not the time to become negative. This is not the time to share memes about God. This is not the time to bask in discouragement, Nigeria. This is not the time. This is the time that we should go before God, consistently and constantly interceding for our nation. This is the time. This is the time to go before God. This is the time to put your faith in God. This is the time to fix your mind on Jesus. This is the time. This is the time not to lose hope. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it, but this is the time not to lose hope. This is the time not to falter in heart. This is that time. Nigeria, God is set to do a lot. You've done your part. Don't put your hope in your PVC. Don't put your hope in INEC. Put your hope in God, Nigeria. Put your hope in God. This is not the time to box around in negativity. This is not the time to say, oh, my vote didn't count, I should have known. This is not the time to wallow in regret, Nigeria. The Lord is saying, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and come before me, if my people who are called by my name, Nigeria, you are called by God's name. Nigeria, God has your best interest at heart. Nigeria, God has your best interest at heart. Nigeria, even when you don't see it, God is working. Even when you don't see it, God is working. Even when you don't see it, God is working. So are you going to stand firm and see the salvation of the Lord? Or are you going to just give up? Nigeria, it is not by protesting. It is not by hashtags on social media. It is not by sharing memes. It is not by catching crews. It is not by all these things. If my people who are called by my name God says, I will do exceedingly all that you ask and think. So begin to think positivity in Nigeria. Begin to think the finger of God. Begin to think the power of God. Have you prayed? Yes. Then hold firm in faith. Stay firm in faith. Stay firm in faith, Nigeria. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Stand still. Stand still, Nigeria. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. You might be wondering, if you are the Israelites, why? We've just received the message of hope. Why is this happening? We've just received the message of hope. Why is this happening? What is happening? And then throughout that time the 10 plagues was happening, Pharaoh still did not agree to let the people go. And even when he finally agreed to let the people go, he sought to chase after them. But what does God say? I hardened the heart of Pharaoh. I'm telling you that nothing happens as a coincidence. God knows what he's doing. God knows what he's doing. And we have to stand firm. We have to see this negativity thing. It took a toll on the Israelites. It did. It did. Many of them did not enter into the rest. Many of the Israelites that left Egypt did not enter into the promised land. And why was that? They murmured, they complained, they lost faith, they did not trust God, and God also angry they didn't enter into his rest. God still did what he was going to do. God still took Israel to the promised land, but many people did not see that promised land. Listen, God is taking us to the promised land. Whether you believe it or not, God is taking us to the promised land. But the question here is, are you going to be part of the people that are going to enter the promised land? Are you part of the people that are going to enter into a new Nigeria? Are you part? Are you part? Don't let negativity, don't let the devil rob God. Trust God. Have faith in God. Speak positively. Don't be negative. Do not be negative. Do not murmur. Do not. The Egyptians you're seeing today, you will see them no more. You will see them no more. Have faith in God, Nigeria. Do not murmur. Do not grumble. Have faith. Speak positively. Continue interceding. God is set to do a lot. And even when you don't see it, God is working. God is already working. Everything that is happening so that God's name will be glorified. Are you going to be part of the better Nigeria? Make your decision today. I hope this video meets you. I hope this video meets you on time. I hope this video meets you. It's happy. People get to share this message to as many that you feel will need this message. Normally I don't like to talk about a nation, politics, or anything, but this came strongly. I just have to. I pray the Holy Spirit put to this message. I'll see you in my next video. Until then.